Today's video log is going to be about acceptance and having a sense of belonging. It's something that's really hard for someone with autism and probably all disabilities to feel within their communities. Belonging is difficult. Having people that understand you and accept you for who you are is something we all talk about, but oftentimes not something that we all do. Take my children, for example. None of them are able to attend school in our community. They all three go to outside districts. So they don't attend school near their home with our neighbors. And this plays a role in them feeling like they belong. As a parent, we can tell our children thousands of times a week how important they are and that they do belong and that their opinions matter. But let's face it, our society doesn't always make people feel that they belong. Growing up with autism in a neurotypical society is hard, and people judge you for the things that you say and do, the way that you behave, the way that you think, the way that you move, the way that you talk. I mean, it doesn't matter the way that you look. All of these things are things that we're judged for. So I just wanted to talk a little about acceptance and belonging in terms of a societal problem. It takes a village, not just parents teaching their kids that they're important, not just school systems teaching our kids to accept everybody, differences or not. It takes society. If I go out to the movie theater with my family and I have Carter who has to wear earphones because the movies are too loud for him, and I spend my hour and 40 minutes not watching the movie but teaching Carter to sit still, to be quiet, to listen to the movies, to respect those around him, and I'm constantly, the entire time of the movie, teaching him how to watch a movie in public with others, I'm doing my part. But oftentimes, in that same situation, you have outside people, rather than being understanding and accepting and wanting Carter to be able to go to the movies, you have them judging you. You have people laughing or scoffing or telling you to shut up or sit down, or it doesn't matter, the hundreds of millions of things people can say. Just your normal things that families do together are hard because of the lack of acceptance and understanding. But I know a community that does it right. We have been involved with this community for 4 years now. For the 4th year in a row, the Colgate women's ice hockey team hosted an autism awareness game. They wore special jerseys that were designed for autism awareness that they're auctioning off, and they're donating the proceeds to autism. In this case, Autism Speaks. They did raffles and sold t-shirts and did all sorts of fun things, but that wasn't what it was about. It wasn't about the money that they raised. It's about the acceptance and the importance and the belonging. Christian has gone now for 4 years. He started when he was 10, and this year he's 13 as he's going. And, you know, these girls embraced a 10-year-old little boy when they started. But he's now a 13-year-old teenager, and their thoughts haven't changed. You know, he still looks forward to going to the games that he goes to. He feels close and connected to many, many other players. And he can go there and be himself. You know, it goes so much further than just the raising of money. And it even goes further than the awareness. These girls accept him for who he is. And I've said 100 times to many of their parents, they don't realize what they've done for a kid like this. And the response, just thinking about, brings me to tears. Their response is, Christian doesn't realize what he's done for them. And that's what I mean about acceptance. They've accepted him for who he is, and they have taken the time to get to know him and to get to like him. And it's clear that these girls are raised valuing people for their differences and understanding and accepting everybody, because it's not just these players. When I can take Christian to a game and not see him for 25 minutes and not worry, it's because I also have 22 sets of eyes on the players that I know would watch out for him, but their parents. My child goes and feels accepted and connected to these players and their parents. He feels a part of the Colgate Women's Ice Hockey family. And that is what acceptance is. They have accepted him, they've embraced him, they've included him. He belongs. And that's what we need to see from society. We need to see people embrace everybody and include them and accept them, differences or not. I can tell people 100 times that they need to be more understanding and more accepting, but getting them on board and getting them to do it is a totally different thing. So, when you find a place that's accepting and understanding, you've got to go with it. Christian's been to many games this year. He'll go probably to 2 more before the end of the season. It's going to be a little bittersweet because he's really close to that group of seniors, because they are the ones who were freshmen when this whole program started. But without a doubt, I'm certain he's found friends for life. And for a kid with autism who struggles making friends, that makes a world of difference. So if you're in a position where you can change somebody's life for the better by including them, do it. Don't think twice about it. Don't think about what others are going to think of you. Don't think at all. Just do it. Accept everybody. Include them. You could make a huge difference in the lives of one person or hundreds of people or thousands of people without putting forth any effort. It doesn't take any effort to treat people the way that you want to be treated.